Episode 119 of Dragon Ball Super featured the elimination of a very popular and prominent Universe 7 fighter, and that is Piccolo. Quinn, your boy got tossed by a bug.
Well, if I were to just sum up my rant video, for those of you who want to go check that out, because I was quite unpleased by the event, I'd just like to say that Dragon Ball as a whole has actually finally told the truth. Piccolo is not the smart fighter that we all thought he is, because he's had such a track record of just being knocked out for the stupidest reasons. And if this wasn't your video, Geekdom, I'd be using much harsher language.
Well, I appreciate you doing that so I can keep, so I don't get the limited or no ads yellow tick there. I appreciate that. But no, yeah, I agree. Piccolo's elimination was hot garbage, and it's, I don't know. It's just, it was very, very bad. But we're going to talk about beyond Piccolo. We're going to talk about the final 6 members of Universe 7 and then give our predictions about who's getting tossed out next. Now, I do want to specify, and I do want to state that we do have spoilers for the next 3 or so episodes of Super, but none of the information we have talks anything about eliminations. So we don't know who's coming out next. So I'm putting the video out, and we don't know when they're getting eliminated, but I want to do a discussion here with Quamman, Piccolo Q, or Detective Q, whatever.
Quinn Q, whatever you want to call me, bro. Doesn't matter. Just don't call me an insult.
All right, bro. No, but he has. I'm gonna link to his rant video down below so you can check that out. But I want to talk about what's going on after Piccolo. Now, Piccolo is the 4th elimination from Universe. What? What's funny?
No, well, it just follows that elimination theory that's been going on here, Danny.
Yeah, it's the bald elimination theory because Roshi, Tenshinhan, Krillin, and Piccolo, all baldies, all gone. Now, who is going to be next to get eliminated? That's the discussion that we're going to talk about today. And those of you watching the video, first of all, thank you for watching. Check out Quamman. And remember to let us know in the comments, who do you think is going to go out next and why? Don't just say like Frieza 17. Who do you think is going out next and why? Now, I want to start talking about Frieza because out of all these dudes, Frieza is the other baldy. Frieza is... Are they telegraphing that Frieza's next, bro?
Well, you know what? It's so funny. We're talking about rad videos. I mean, just a bit ago, you did the rad for me when we did the bald elimination theory. And honestly, I think based off of Frieza's character, it doesn't make any sense to eliminate Frieza even this. I mean, it's still kind of early for Universe 6 if we assume they're going to go all the way down to the last man standing. And Frieza hasn't done anything major yet, so it wouldn't make any sense to knock him out that early.
I agree. I was going to actually point that out to people in, who may not know this or may not be aware of it, but the bald theory breaks with Frieza because the narrative that Dragon Ball Super is telling us is that because Frieza hasn't been doing much, which I think is bad because I am a fan of the character and I wanted to see him fight with these guys more, tells me, and I think you'll agree with me on this one, that I feel like he has something. The writers of Super have something planned for him close to the end, either at the end of the tournament or afterward, because I feel like he will be one of the top last few guys in here. So it just seems like they are holding back with Frieza for something much bigger. Who do you think? All right, here's who we have left. Let's go down the names here. Gohan, Vegeta, 17, 18, Frieza, and of course Goku. Who do you think is getting eliminated next? I think we can safely say that Goku's sticking around until he fights Jiren again. So I don't believe he is, but who do you think is out next?
Well, before episode 119, I actually had like a subconscious ranking in my head of who I thought was going to be next. And I actually thought that 18 was going to lose before Piccolo did. So I thought Piccolo was going to be the 5th, and I thought 18 was going to be the 4th. So I thought it was going to go 18 Piccolo, and then from the rest on, we could talk about that. But I actually thought 18 was going to be the next one, so I'd say her.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't expect you to pick the same one as me. We're recording this video with no pre-planning, folks. We're just talking.
And it is also interesting that you remember she's also like somewhat injured, from her ankle, even though a super powerful character shouldn't have an injury like that, just by like falling down. But either way, her ankle injury, I think, is also a point that she's like on her last, moments of the Tournament of Power. And hey, man, she has like 5 or 6 knockouts. Like 18's done her weight, man.
I agree. She has 5 knockouts or 5 eliminations, and 17 has 4. Now, the one thing that does kind of suck, I just want to make this point as a fan of Dragon Ball, is that we've seen 17 and 18 team up, and I really wanted to see Piccolo and 17 team up. That was one that I was looking forward to, based on their awesome fight in the middle of the Cell Saga in Dragon Ball Z, where they're punching like each other and their backs are stretching out. We saw the Hellzone grenade. I really loved that Piccolo 17 fight. I love how alpha it was when 17 shows up after Piccolo fused with Kami, and Piccolo's like, the island's over there, and he's pointing at it, and let's go fight. Like, it was so manly, but I really wanted to see 17 and Piccolo team up, and we got screwed out of it, bro.
Right, and I definitely think that was one of the interesting relationships that they could have touched on. But, obviously, because Piccolo's the biggest moron in Dragon Ball history and nobody cares, he got knocked out.
And by the way, folks, this is coming from a Piccolo fan. Yeah. So just letting everybody, make sure everybody knows who doesn't know who you are.
Look at my icon, for crying out loud.
Right? Well, that's Snow Black. Not only on Twitter. So, Android, who do you think is next, bro, after 18? I'm thinking Android 17 because I feel like the androids have served their purpose. 17 has teamed up with Piccolo and helped eliminate the bugs. 17 and 18 helped eliminate Universe 2. I feel like there's not much left for them to do here from a storyline perspective.
Well, I was talking to my friend Tario Timmy, and the interesting thing that Tario Timmy was telling me is that Android 17 and 18 might actually kind of go out in like a duo type fashion. So like he was saying that, there have been a lot of double knockouts for other characters. Why not eliminate the androids like all at once? And I actually think that's in the realm of possibility, because to tell you the honest truth, the androids are like kind of inseparable, just like how they always fought together in the future, especially in the anime adaptation. So I think 17 would probably be next.
I think so too. And I gave my reasons why. Then it becomes more difficult. Now, I don't know if I want to go into this yet with specifics. I think we could save this for another video. But we're down to now Gohan, Vegeta, Frieza, and Goku. Now, this is tough because I feel like there's something being planned with Frieza, and I feel like there's something being planned with Gohan. So I'd hate to say it. And sorry, Maria, but I think after the androids, unless Vegeta actually does get Ultra Instinct, we don't know as of this video, but if he does get it, I think he may be next to go after the androids. What do you think?
The funny thing is, Danny, I actually 100% agree with you, but for different reasons. And the reasons why I feel like Vegeta's going to be knocked out is because of his personality. You see, although Vegeta is one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, he's always had like this very brash, charge-at-you attitude, except for the Namek Saga when he was actually being very cunning. But then they just randomly made Vegeta like the most brutal guy ever. And then when we go to Dragon Ball Super now, I feel like Vegeta would be the type of guy to fight Jiren, as, spoilers may say some things, or fight Toppo or fight Dispo, and he might just be too brash and get knocked out. And I hate to say this, Danny, I hate to say this, but one trend I've always noticed about Vegeta, especially in Super, is that he always jobs for Goku to win. So when you go to the Universe 6 tournament, right, like Vegeta lost, so then Goku can now show how good he is against Hit. And I feel like because of that, he needs to go early. And because Gohan's one of the captains, and because Frieza's such an important character, I actually think they're going to lose after Vegeta.
Yeah, okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, I agree with you. And then the only reason I think Gohan is going to outlast them is just because I feel like in this tournament, Gohan is going to get his last big moment of shine. We know by the end of Z, he's back to being a nerd again. And then it becomes, I think we should probably save this for a separate video, but from here on out, when we're down to Frieza, Gohan, and Goku, I could totally see Vegeta getting, tossed in a scuffle with maybe, Toppo, or maybe Frieza takes out Toppo. We finally see True Gold and Frieza, but it's going to be interesting. It really is, because I still believe, and those of you who are new to the channel, I made a video called Gohan Wins the Tournament of Power, which I will link at the end of this video, and it talks about my theory, which is that I feel that Goku and Jiren will eliminate themselves, and then Gohan will win. And I go into explicit detail as to how I think it's going to happen in that video, so check that video out when you get done with this one if you haven't seen it yet. and I think that I honestly think it's going to be down to Gohan and Goku as the last two. Frieza may have something else going on. I think they really would have a lot of balls if they have Frieza be the sole survivor, bro, because then it's like, where's this going to go? You know what I mean? It's the most interesting storyline.
Right, and I definitely think like Frieza is by far like the biggest, asterisk on this list of the Tournament of Power. And if I were to give like a very specific prediction, I actually predict that Frieza is going to be taken out by a teammate. I don't know why, but subconsciously in the core of my soul, it's like I just feel it, Danny. I feel that Frieza is going to do something that's going to piss off Vegeta. It could be Vegeta. It could even be 17. It could even be 18. He's going to do something that's going to piss off a teammate member, and they're going to have infighting to take him out. I'm like 90% sure that's probably what's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I just feel that's the only way he can go out.
Do you think he's going to freak out like Frost did and then get deleted?
That could happen, and I think that would be a big bummer just for Zeno to just erase Frieza like this when there was all this hype for Frieza even coming into the tournament anyways.
Yeah, it just sucks. But we're going to discuss the final three when we get there, because we might be wrong about these. But let us know in the comments who you think's going out next. Specifically, the next three, or just the next two, or the next one. Let us know. Is it going to be 18, 17, Frieza? We already kind of told you. The androids, I think, they've served their purpose. They're done. Piccolo sort of served his purpose, but I still wish we would have got that team up. That's the way I see it. And remember to check out Piccolo Black. No, wait, that's not your name. You change your name so much. Detective Q. Don't call yourself Piccolo Black now, bro.
Well, that's just a Twitter name. It doesn't matter.
Well, he's a loser, bro. I'm sorry, but he's. I think this was more embarrassing than the chopsticks, in my opinion. But let us know what you think. Thank you, and we'll catch you down the road.